my goodness, I'm now live. How exciting. Okay, so I'm going to wait for a couple people to log on. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Let's Get Serial Live. This is the second ever Let's Get Serial Live. So, welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm so very happy to see you guys. My breakfast buddies, happy Saturday. I'm here ready to eat some cereal with you. So, first thing I want to actually just point out though is I do have my Dark Light Oogie Boogie t-shirt on because it just felt like I gotta be in the Halloween spirit because we're a week away, my friends. We're a week away from Halloween. My all-time favorite holiday, all-time favorite holiday, Halloween. So I'm trying to be in the spirit. Today's cereal is a bit magical, a little mystical, and let's show you what it is, okay? Without further ado, today's cereal is Magic Spoon Cinnamon. Interesting. Hello, everyone that's coming in. If you are just joining, we are having Magic Spoon Cinnamon cereal today, and we're gonna talk about some horror movies, okay? Okay, I'm on board with that as well. So let's tear right into this. All right, so just to give you a little bit of background on, a little bit of background on my interactions that I've had with Magic Spoon. I tried it. I actually tried this one, but I heard that a lot of the Magic Spoon cereals, some of them may have been updated. And the first time I tried it, I wasn't a huge fan. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't say I'm like health conscious, but I try to not eat like total garbage. But I've never done like protein powders or supplements. And from everyone I've talked to that is very physically fit and cares a lot about their body and does, supplements and protein and stuff like that, they've said that they totally get Magic Spoon and they're very happy it exists. To me, it's a little bit of a kind of grainy texture that I could never quite get around, but we're giving it another shot. We're gonna give it a try, and let's go for it. All right, if you are just tuning in, we're doing Let's Get Cereal Live with Magic Spoon Cinnamon Cereal. I've seen a comment about my top knot, so thank you for that, and I've seen a comment about my lipstick, so thank you for that. I appreciate it, everyone. Okay, we got our almond milk. Make it a party. Okay. I'm going to cautiously be optimistic that this Magic Spoon cereal is going to be absolutely magical and it's going to cast a spell on me in all the right ways and it's going to be awesome. I'm nervous. Like I said, last time I tried this, I was not a huge fan. But here goes nothing, my friends. Let's get cereal. Can you hear it? I feel like can you hear the graininess? Okay. The smell is fantastic. The smell is absolutely enchanting. Let's spin this. For it being a high protein, keto friendly, grain free, super healthy, good for you cereal, it's fantastic. For it just being a cereal, oh God. I'm gonna see if I zoom in, if you can actually hear how grainy it is. No. Not my favorite, but this is the life that I have chosen to live. So we're gonna get through it. if you're just tuning in, I'm getting through this bowl of Magic Spoon cinnamon cereal. And it's got an aftertaste. My friend, it has a So let's take my mind off of this and let's talk about what we came to talk about. So last week on Let's Get Cereal, we talked a little bit about Halloween costumes. This week, we're going to talk about horror movies. Who's excited? I'm excited. Is anyone else excited to talk about horror movies? Anyone? Okay, good. Well, horror movies. Something that I think is very interesting about horror movies is how many genres of horror movies we have. We have paranormal horror movies. We have psychological thrillers. We have possession movies. We have slasher movies. We have gore. We have monsters. We have creature features. Like, we have so many different categories of horror movies. So, some of the things I want to touch on. First of all, actually, does anyone out there have a favorite horror movie? As I take another bite of this cereal, any favorite horror movies from anyone out there of my breakfast buddies? Anyone on the Let's Get Cereal live stream that would like to share their favorite horror movies before I get into mine? Not bad. Vinny and the movies. Of course, you're gonna talk about movies. Oh my god, 2 for OG Halloween. Hell yeah. Scream, another classic. Cabin in the Woods. Pops mentioned Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods. Excellent movie. Nightmare on Elm Street, also fantastic. I've got a lot of classics in here, but Cabin in the Woods, I want to touch on that. Definitely an offshoot from the classic horror movie formula, even touching base on the prototypes of characters that exist in horror movies. Absolutely, I think a genius take on kind of the horror movie model. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Original Carrie, another great one. Carrie? I don't know. Yes, so we have some psychological things. We have Andy Brown. Lion King and Toy Story are not horror movies. I mean, Toy Story 3 I think was actually pretty dark at times. If anyone remembers that, I had a lot of anxiety and I got a little upset over Toy Story 3. But I'm sorry, back to horror movies. So Cabin in the Woods, I think was a genius take, excellent writing. It had the perfect balance of wit as well as kind of a little bit poking fun, but a little bit of delving into kind of the horror movie genre in general and breaking apart the different elements that exist in kind of a classic slasher flick. So something I think that's a little bit lesser known. So obviously, everybody knows about zombie movies, right? Right. Zombie movies are classic. But we have 2 different kinds of zombies, all right? So we have the zombies that are virus-based. Don't read too much into that in 2020. And then we have the zombies that are undead, okay? So we have kind of different ways of infection with this zombie kind of situation. Kind of a lesser known take on, I think, kind of the zombie premise is a movie called Mayhem. It is a 2017 movie featuring Stephen Yeun from Walking Dead, so zombies, and Samara Weaving, who was in The Babysitter. There's actually a kind of a rage virus that attacks a corporate building, and it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. There's a little bit of elements of kind of comedy, just like a little bit of a dark comedy, but there's also definitely kind of this rage infection, rage virus kind of situation. So Mayhem, absolutely incredible. Another thing that I think is kind of, I think, a lesser known genre is actually, it's called giallo cinema. So giallo in Italian means yellow. So it was a kind of Italian cinema that was actually named for the yellow book covers that used to be on murder mysteries in Italy. So they're very well known for, I think, late 70s, early 80s movies like Suspiria. So Suspiria, a Dario Argento film where it tracks this American ballerina who's studying at this like conservatory in Germany, and there's witches, and there's a lot of weird like sound effects, and the music is super creepy. It's a lot of it was by a band named Goblin. So I mean, that's an absolutely fantastic just genre, and actually giallo disco is kind of a very interesting kind of electronic, but also like they didn't have a lot of electronics to use, so maybe they used like theremins or weird crap like that. I don't really know, but really, really interesting genre of horror, giallo cinema. So if you ever check out Suspiria, I think it's probably one of the best known in that genre. Andy Brown asks, what's scarier, zombies or the fact that I have to finish this cereal? Yes! Okay, so I won't say I'm scared at the fact that I have to finish this cereal, but if you're just tuning in, I'm eating Magic Spoon cinnamon cereal. This is not the worst cereal that I've ever had. What was the worst cereal I ever had? Okay, the Hostess powdered donuts I actually couldn't finish. I might go down this route with this Magic Spoon cereal, but we'll see. But yeah, Hostess powdered donuts, I could not finish the bowl. Sour Patch were also pretty rough. Sour Patch was actually better if you didn't put milk in it. Because when I drank milk at the end, I was like, it's nasty. Back to horror. For the longest time, I tried to tell myself that I was a horror movie fan, but really all I did was watch really old horror films that just weren't scary because they were just kind of stupid. Not even stupid, but like the effects weren't great. Like I feel like you have like Japanese and Asian horror films that are just like a special kind of creepy for their camera angles and the way that people move and stuff. And then you have like paranormal stuff with really great special effects that are actually legit terrifying. I liked really crappy B horror movies like 976 Evil, which was directed by Robert Englund, who played Freddy Krueger. Fun fact. Other ones like, Evil Dead was, I think, a great one. Puppet Master. Stuff that just wasn't necessarily super terrifying, but was still kind of a horror movie. So I was like, oh yeah, I love horror movies. And then I was like, oh, Paranormal Activity? No, yes, Reanimator, stuff like that. So kind of like put that in the category of like cult B horror movies. So I think those are pretty interesting, and they're a great way to get away with being a horror movie fan without actually being scared out of your wits. Fright Night, stuff like that. So you have your classic like horror suspense movies, like your Hitchcock films and stuff like that. But probably my favorite, oh yes, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Andy Brown, yes. Maybe you get it. A great B horror movie, kind of a cult classic. Stuff that's not super scary. But one movie that I don't think is necessarily very scary. It doesn't have like that. It has elements of kind of like, oh my God, I feel like terrified. But I think it's actually more of sort of part adventure movie and part kind of paranormal, just eerie, unsettling movie. It's actually called As Above, So Below. And that, my friends, is my favorite horror movie. So As Above, So Below takes place underneath the city of Paris, in the catacombs underneath Paris. And it is based on the principles of alchemy, which as above, so below, as within, so without. So the really cool thing about that is, like I said, it's kind of a quest film. This young archaeologist historian is looking for the Philosopher's Stone. No, not from other fiction Philosopher's Stone. This is the actual Philosopher's Stone from alchemy that was meant to turn any substance into gold. So archaeologist is looking for this, and they go down into the catacombs of Paris, and stuff goes down, and it's amazing. So if you ever get a chance to check out As Above, So Below, please do so. Oh, hello, Aaliyah Garcia. How are you? Welcome. We're talking about horror movies, so if you would like to share your favorite horror movie, please, by all means. we're still going if you want to talk about horror movies. And yes, Madre, Mystery Science Theater 3000 movies. That's what we're kind of talking about when we talk about B, horror movies, like cult horror films, stuff that's just not, you know, like The Screaming Skull. Like, it's not actually supposed to be scary. Yes, Vinny and the Movies. Definitely check out As Above, So Below, my favorite horror movie. There's actually another one called Catacombs that's also equally creepy because you have the kind of claustrophobia trapped element as well as paranormal things happening in the catacombs. That one, fun fact, actually had Alicia Moore in it that you may know better as Pink. She was actually in the movie Catacombs. What's up, Yvonne? How are you? We're talking horror movies. If you want to chime in and let us know your favorite horror movie. I'll be eating Magic Spoon cereal. And I'm not enjoying it. Oh, I really put too much. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have poured that much. It's very similar to The Descent. I feel like anything that takes place with like elements of spelunking are automatically creepy because it's like I'm underground. I'm closer to hell. Who's Pink? Andy, stop. You spelled it wrong. It's Pink with an exclamation point for the I. Thank you. And I'm back. I'm back. Don't worry about it, guys. I'm back. Heredity was pretty creepy. Heredity, I didn't watch, was it Midsommar? I didn't watch that. Heredity was very scary and very unsettling and very disturbing. Yeah, I didn't like how it made me feel inside. Hereditary, yeah, just kind of like disturbing and unsettling. But I guess that was the point, right? So I guess they did a good job. Psychological thrillers like Sixth Sense. Oh, another psychological thriller that I don't think enough people talk about, and I touched on my love for Michelle Pfeiffer in my last episode, What Lies Beneath. Excellent psychological thriller. Totally wonderful. I actually think that The Ring, at least the American version of The Ring, I believe could actually, if there wasn't kind of this really supernatural freaky deaky element to it, I feel like it could have been just kind of like a suspense film because there was elements of like a mystery that she was trying to uncover, you know? Yes, Michelle Pfeiffer is the queen. Thank you so much. Okay, old It. Classic It. Thank you. Classic It because you know why? You know why Classic It is so good? 2 words, Tim Curry. That's it. That's it. And someone mentioned Kane. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So someone mentioned Kane, who played the was original Jason, Kane Hodder. Yes. Okay. I was thinking of Kane, like WWE Kane, who was in a See No Evil. I think it was. It was just like kind of a new B horror movie. Very enjoyable though. I'll say that. House of the Devil. Throwback. Yep. Like it. Guys, if you're tuning in, I'm struggling. I'm struggling with my magic spoon right now. This is a rough one. And now, oh god, it's like sludge. Now it's oh god. It's, I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of congealed and there's not that much milk. I don't like it, guys. Will anyone judge me really hard if I don't eat the rest of this cereal? It's just, I'm struggling. The taste is great. It's the texture. The texture's freaking me out, guys. All right, what else we got? Halloween, yes, 70s, 80s. Horror flicks, slasher films, always the best. Ugh, yeah, I'm having trouble finishing this cereal. I will say though, if you are like super into health and fitness and you want something that's gluten-free, soy-free, wheat-free, free of anything that resembles artificial sweetener, which I think like most of my body is composed of at this point, you might enjoy this cereal. So I'm struggling. I'm really gonna try to do it, guys, because I think that, and that's the Okay, so we're saying flavor free, but it's not flavor free. It actually has a lot of flavor. It has a great scent, and it's the texture. It's this grainy, kind of gritty, proteiny cereal. Mia Garcia, we are eating I'm the one suffering. I'm just kidding. Magic Spoon cinnamon cereal. I do like this fantastic cowboy though that I just noticed. He's riding I don't know if it's a lizard or a crocodile, but I really like that. And now I want to find a big Komodo dragon to ride. That'd be dope. Okay. I'm a champion though. I'm gonna do it. The box is amazing, right? Great art. Great art on the Magic Spoon cereal. I like the color combination. Oh, Pops, I'm so glad you asked about the art on the back of the box. We actually have a maze, and it's amazing. It's actually a very intense maze. You can tell that this is supposed to be like childlike cereal, like bringing you back to the old days, but that's a really hard maze. So doesn't seem quite as fun like it's supposed to be made for kids. Okay, guys, I'm getting into this. I am so close to finishing this. If you're just tuning in, it's the we're eating Magic Spoon cinnamon cereal. I'm struggling through it because it's super gritty and grainy, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We got this. We can do it. Okay. Everybody's agony. Okay. I'm so close to being done though. I will say we were just discussing horror movies. I feel like I'm gonna have nightmares about eating this cereal. I'm quite damaged by the cereal. You're right. You know what? I will be strong. I will beat the cereal. This cereal isn't the boss of me. I'm the boss of this cereal. Oh. And now it's at that really gross part where it's like, it's been in the milk too long because I was talking about horror movies. So it's kind of slimy. So it's slimy, but also gritty. This is like the worst horchata I've ever had. Okay. Bottoms up. Ugh. Oh, okay. Oh man, my friends, if you stuck with me the whole time, thank you for your support, because I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for tuning in. If you're really into protein cereals, and I don't know, if you're really into flavored cardboard that gets a little slimy and feels like you're chewing sand, but it's good for you, so there's that. Try it out. Honestly, I might be just giving it a bad rap because I'm just used to basically downing bowls of sugar. So maybe it's me. It's not the cereal, it's me. Okay, so I had to fight the good fight. I had to try it, and I had to give my opinion. Okay, so this is just an opinion. As we know, right, about opinions are individual. So just because you don't like something doesn't mean someone else might not. So if you're down, if you're interested, still give it a whirl. Not my cup of tea, not my bowl of cereal, but we did it. We survived. So thank you guys again for joining me. Thank you, my breakfast buddies, for tuning in for another episode. It was fun to do this live. I'm glad we got to talk about our favorite horror movies and different genres of horror movies. I think that Yola and Andy, oh, hey, pal. I think Yola and Andy are creating a cereal where the cereal tastes like milk and the milk tastes like cereal because Andy Brown, everybody, Dear sweet Andy Brown does it the wrong way, and he puts his milk in first. So it's a good way to work around it. That's my boyfriend. So fantastic. It's been real. It's been fun. Aside from the cereal, it's been real fun, and I enjoyed chatting with you guys today. Tune in next week, where I think we might do another live because it's Halloween. Halloween is next week, and it's my favorite holiday, and I'm very, very excited. So probably put some kind of poll on my page of, I don't know, what I should dress up as or something like that, and maybe we'll do some trick-or-treating together, some virtual trick-or-treating. I think it could be a lot of fun. So in the meantime, I'm sure you're following on here, but if you're not, make sure you're following me. And but like following me online, not like following me, because that's a different genre of horror movies that we're just not gonna get into. On Twitter, AYY_Marino. On YouTube, subscribe over there. And yeah, check out letsgetserial.net and learn a little more about me if you want. And then head to belowthecollar.com/letsgetserial and get your serial thriller t-shirt. So, wait, Andy, you don't know my Twitter handle? It's AYY_Marino, right? Yeah, I think it is. Cool. So, that being said, thank you again for following me and for tuning in for this episode. And until next time, my friends, continue to do your best to be your best. And I will see you later.